Emmerdale offers a flicker of hope as Celia and Ry's downfall finally edges into view. After months of relentless misery, Emmerdale has finally delivered a much-needed glimmer of hope that its most loathed villains, Celia Daniels and Ray Walters, may soon face justice. And frankly, it's about time. Viewers have spent months shouting at their screens, desperate for someone, anyone, to bring this poisonous pair down. The Dales has felt in urgent need of a moral cleanup, and the mother and son duo have left nothing untouched by their destruction. Celia and Ray's reign of chaos has been particularly devastating for April Windsor, after they coerced the vulnerable teenager and her boyfriend, Dylan Penders, into dealing drugs on their behalf. Exploiting children for criminal gain is about as low as it gets. There are no shades of grey here. This is outright depravity. Dragged deeper into the dangerous underworld, April eventually found the courage to confess everything to her father, Marlon Dingle, and her stepmother, Rona Goskirk. United by fear for their children, Marlon and Rona devised a plan to flee the village altogether, hoping to escape the tightening grip of the gang, but Celia and Ray were always one step ahead. Every attempt to break free was thwarted by threats and intimidation. In a desperate bid to protect her family, April offered to keep working for Ray until her so-called debt was cleared. Unable to bear the thought of his daughter remaining trapped, Marlon instead offered to pay the sum himself. Marlon would do anything for his children, and watching him pushed to this point has been genuinely heartbreaking. Just as the situation appeared hopeless, the ITV soap teased a potential turning point. The episode opened with Marlon at the hospital, watching over Dylan as he slept. A text from Rona stirred him. Paddy and April were on their way, and she urged him to get some rest before returning home. Back at the house, Marlon told Rona that doctors hoped Dylan would be brought out of his coma that day. Together, they prayed he would wake up and tell the police the truth, exposing Ray and sparing them from having to meet yet another extortionate demand tied to April's fabricated debt. Unaware of the full extent of the situation, Rona's mother Mary returned home asking about a hit and run in the village, oblivious to how close it struck to her own family. As Rona pointed out, the last thing they needed was Mary's probing questions, but Mary Goskirk is nothing if not perceptive. Like a bloodhound, she quickly sensed something was being hidden. Shocked that she was only just hearing about the incident, she pressed Marlon and Rona, convinced there was far more to the story. And she was right. Mothers always know. At the hospital, Ray brazenly turned up to check on Dylan, much to April's horror. With chilling audacity, he remarked that hopefully Dylan would wake up and tell everyone what they need to hear. The nerve of it, standing at the bedside of the boy he nearly killed. As Ray waited with April and Paddy, April asked to sit alone with Dylan. When Marlon arrived and saw Ray there, his fury was immediate. He knew exactly why Ray had come, to intimidate Dylan into silence. Marlon confronted him, but Ray smugly insisted he had nothing to fear, claiming hit and runs happen every day and that the family wouldn't dare report him. When Marlon warned him not to enter the room, tensions flared, until Paddy unwittingly intervened, oblivious to the danger standing beside him. When Dylan finally woke, he reassured April that he intended to tell the police everything. Terrified, April begged him to stay quiet, a devastating moment that captured the crushing power fear still holds over them. When the police arrived to question Dylan, he claimed he remembered nothing. Ray listened on, wearing a self-satisfied smirk, convinced he had won once again, but the final moments hinted that his victory may be short-lived. Marlon confided in D.S. Carter about the danger facing his family. She confirmed the police strongly suspect Ray, but admitted they cannot offer round-the-clock protection. With April still too frightened to speak out, the Dingles feel isolated and exposed. Yet the walls are closing in. Ray may believe he's untouchable, but the net is tightening. His confidence will be his undoing, and his days are numbered. Stay strong, Dingle clan.